Hey everyone, and welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for stopping by today and spending some time as we catch up with you guys on the latest and greatest about the conference we went to.
Yes.
Cassie, you're wearing the shirt, so you want to tell us what the conference is called?
So it was the Creators United Conference, I think.
Video Creators United Conference. Very close.
Always forget. It was hosted by Keeping It Dutch and Arms Family Homestead, and Lester and Jamie from I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, and Jason from Cog Hill also spoke, and it was really good.
It was great. So not only was it the great speakers and the great company that we had, but also there was some great advice from a tax firm, TC Consulting in Pryor, Oklahoma is where they're located. Actually, our TC Advisors, my bad. They're actually our tax guys. So they're great guys too. And another guy was there from Gig, and he had a lot to share about bringing your different social media platforms together and all kinds of stuff. But we wanted to give you guys an idea of how the conference went and just a general sense of who we think would benefit from going in the near future. And we want to address one thing after we talk about that. My beautiful wife, Cassie, who you guys know very well from primarily Walker Farm Fam, but now Catching Up with the Walkers is probably where you know her from. She was going about her business and was called out by a famous YouTuber. And I don't want to just say who the famous YouTuber was just yet.
Yeah, I was completely innocent.
And then
this
famous YouTuber went on to talk about it in one of his live chats after the event.
How dare he?
And threw her under the bus. Whew, did you see that bus that went through there? I didn't know buses could go through a YouTube live chat, but apparently they can. So, but first things first, the most important part was the conference itself. And there were probably 60 to 75 people there from across the country. How far? I know one lady drove all the way from Florida.
Yes, there was a family from Pennsylvania. There was people from Ohio,
Utah,
Texas, which isn't far, Arkansas, several from Oklahoma,
Missouri, or Missouri. Some people like to say Missouri.
Jeez.
Not me. I say Missouri.
But there was people from everywhere. There was all sorts of YouTube channel sizes. There was just so much knowledge. We've been doing this for over 2 years now. Feel like we do a decent job, but there was still stuff for us to learn.
So I'd say they kind of brought the information, a lot of the stuff we knew just because we've done this almost 3 years. But there were a lot of channels there that had only started within the last 6 months or maybe a year and a half, but they had under 1,000 subscribers. So the kind of information that they need was exactly what was given out all the way. It was very thoughtfully thought out from start to finish. Our friend Sean at Keeping It Dutch went first, talking about the importance of actually getting somebody to select a video and how important that is, because guess what? If nobody selects your video,
none of the rest of it matters.
Nobody's going to watch.
There's thousands, if not millions, of videos uploaded on YouTube daily. And what makes someone want to click on yours instead of ours? So your thumbnail and your title is super important. Also, I will say some people ask like who it was for. I feel like the conference was more for people who have already started a channel, have been uploading, have been trying to grow and maybe hit a wall, or they're doing fairly well but want to take it to the next step. Because if I had never uploaded a video or hadn't started yet, a lot of it I would have been thoroughly confused because I wouldn't have understood really what they were talking about at times.
Yeah, especially the next speaker, Cog Hill, talked about knowing your audience. And if you guys don't know this, then we'll share a tiny bit.
Not too much if you didn't come.
That's right. You need to go to the conference if you want to learn. But you are able to view some analytics within YouTube about who your audience is. So important demographics about whether it's a male or female majority, and how much percentage is male or female, and the age demographics. So all of that factors into knowing your audience, knowing what they might like and what they might want to consume as far as content goes. So
Yeah, if
that's
you're-
going to help those guys out a lot that are just getting started.
Yeah, if you're going to make a video for Ransom to watch, it's going to be different than if you're going to make a video for someone's grandma to watch. So you got to know your audience, know who you're targeting. If a bunch of men are watching you, you probably want to do some manly
Power tools.
equipment stuff. If
More
a bunch
power.
of women are watching you,
More power.
they're probably not going to be as interested. I mean, if I'm needing to learn how to drive a tractor or something, that's different. But it's just you have to know who your audience is. We know and understand that our audience loves seeing our kids. That's why we made 2 different channels. They love to see our kids and us interact on the farm. And when that doesn't happen, they're like, that was disappointing.
And we know that you guys, you're the little bit of a deep thinkers. You like to sit down, go a little more in detail with us, and actually listen to us talk by just sitting in one spot.
And you guys actually love us and our children.
Yes. So thank you for that. But also there were speakers there from talking about other platforms, which is also important. So Lester Morrow and Jamie Walker, I think that's our distant cousin, Jamie Walker, from I'm a Survivor, Animal Sanctuary, were there. And they were talking a lot more about Facebook, because that is their primary platform that they have started on, put videos out on. Their growth is a lot bigger there, and that's their
niche.
Their niche. They
Lester
make
talked
videos
about
for Facebook.
telling the story. Jamie talked about Facebook,
Yes,
but
yes.
Lester's a great storyteller, and he talked about telling a story, not just being random. Different tips on how to tell your story and draw in that audience. So
Yeah, and he is an awesome storyteller. Whether you follow him or not, it's one of those things. Some people just have that gift of gab where they can capture your attention and tell you the story and keep you on the edge of your seat. And he's really good at it. Who else? See, Daniel and DJ. They discussed
talked about
merchandise.
and capitalizing your platforms, or what was the word for it?
Importance of.
Maximizing.
All right, it's been a minute, Cassie's, and they went towards the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
It was maximizing your. I feel real bad if they're watching this.
Cassie.
I know I'm supposed to remember everything. I've had some health issues. I can't remember everything.
So they talked a lot. So they talked a lot about the whole start to finish.
Yeah.
Kind of how they got started.
Having a goal, going after things like they drew on the whiteboard, like, you have your mission, your goal, and then you branch off to these different things and how to make it all come together.
And also they talked about how channels change sometimes. Like when Daniel started, he started it as just a outlet to relieve some stress from his very busy highway patrol job, and it grew over the years. It transitioned to gardening and homesteading, and then it transitioned to even more stuff as they got bigger and continue to grow. So where they were at is not where they are at right now.
Yeah.
And it's not where they're going to be 5 years from now. So whatever their channel is today, it could completely transform to something new. So that was kind of the long and the short of what we got to see, but we would highly recommend it to anybody that has started a YouTube channel or another platform, and you're creating video content and you want to engage more with your learners and you want to grow. That's what it was all about, is learning, growing, and then networking.
Yes, and it was totally worth the price. 1 for the information, but 2 for the food.
Oh, this is where Cassie got in trouble.
I need another drink for this one.
Okay, so you guys know, let's flash back about on this channel probably a month ago. We were talking about going to this thing, and Cassie, what did you say you hoped to be there?
An all you can eat buffet.
An all you can eat buffet. And so, they had great food. It started off the first night with a steak dinner.
Baked potato as big as my head.
A huge baked potato, nice steak. Mine wasn't overcooked, which is rare. But For was that good?
Yeah.
It's rare for a big event of that size.
Dutch probably told them, make those things move.
With so many people there, usually they'll overcook a steak. So anyway, that was good. The next day they had snacks and all kinds of stuff, and then it came.
There was drinks all the time: lemonade, tea, water. There was always drinks. We started at 8, and at like 9:30 they brought muffins and cookies, I think.
Yeah.
And then it was time for lunch.
And lunch.
And I didn't eat any muffins and cookies.
I read the agenda and it said a boxed lunch. And I've been to conferences before, and a boxed lunch usually means ham, turkey, maybe chicken salad or tuna salad. Not that great. But guess what they had?
Barbecue.
Pulled pork or pulled chicken.
Yep.
And so they had these nice little boxes of food with a sandwich.
We didn't know what was inside though.
Pickles.
A cookie.
And
fork inside.
and
some barbecue sauce.
And some barbecue sauce.
But we didn't know what was inside.
So we didn't know what was inside that.
Then there was some little containers sitting to the side with initials that I could not read.
And so these are little foam containers, and probably because of the C word.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
C word protocol. Okay, so it was about 2 inches around and about 2 inches tall, little round styrofoam containers.
I thought maybe one was barbecue sauce. I didn't know there was barbecue sauce inside the thingy-mabobber.
And so there were 3 piles on this table of these little containers. One of them had a P on top, like for potato salad.
Yes, but...
One of them had a B for baked beans.
No, it said BB.
Oh, wait, BB. And then the other one, CS?
CS, but it looks like just a circle with a squiggly thing.
Okay, so the writing was not good on top, okay? So Cassie, whenever they put this food out and they say, all right, guys, come eat. The first day I waited to go to the end of the line to get a steak. But this day I jumped to the front of the line with Cassie. Close to the front.
I was kind of in the middle.
Oh, in the middle, okay.
Brandon at Eddie Family Farms was at the front.
Oh, Brandon was at the front.
Yeah, and he also got more sides than he should have. But for some reason, it's just me that gets talked about.
We're not to that point yet.
Oh, okay. You're taking a lot longer on this story than you need to.
So as we proceed to the front of the line, or towards the front of the line, we were like at least 10 or 15 people back.
At least.
So the first thing, I thought this was odd. The first thing you came to was these little cups, all right? And so you, don't know what's in that box that's at the end of the table.
Yeah.
Like we had no idea. And you come to these little cups, and they're pretty small. You know, like I said, 2 inches by 2 inches.
They were not real small, but they weren't real big.
And you think, I guess there's 3 piles.
I might as well take 3.
And they all have a different thing on them. So you might as well take 3. Well, I figured out pretty quickly that one was potato salad, and I'm not...
I honestly didn't even look on the top of it.
I'm not... Okay, so Cassie didn't notice. She just took 3, okay? And when she took 3...
Mike from Fowler Family Farm was behind me, and I said...
Hang on. She stacked them up like this with like the wag bar. You have to imagine this wag bar is another one. All right, so she stacked them up like that. And
I had those in one hand and my box in the other. And Mike from Fowler Family was like, I said, I wonder what these are. He's like, I don't know, sides or something. And I was like, I guess I'll take one of each because I don't know which one's good.
And you haven't even got her box yet to see what was in her box.
He was like, well, I'm going to do what you do.
And me, I took 2. So I still, all right, and here's the thing. Nobody knew the rules of any sort.
No, we were just hungry.
Whether you got 1 or 2 or 3. So I took to 2 because I knew I didn't want potato salad. Cassie's never made a potato salad she didn't like.
I love potato salad.
She's the Will Rogers of potato salad.
So here's the thing. I love potato salad. I like a good coleslaw. And baked beans are amazing. But honestly, I didn't know what was in the things.
So we got our plates. And our table was right next to where the long line goes for all the people.
And guess who was standing right next to my chair?
Yeah, so as we set our food down, walked over, went to set our food down, somebody named Keeping It Dutch, Sean, was right behind our table. And what did he say to you, Cassie?
Cassie, you only should have taken 1. I was like... I'm here for all you can eat or buff or something. And I didn't even think about it. I thought we were mouthing each other, which I think he was joking too. But then I sat down and opened them up and I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to have all these, but I'd already taken a bite. I'd already, like, by the time I registered, I'd already taken a bite. And the coleslaw was hot, so it was like spicy. And you guys know me, I can't do spicy stuff. And I was like, oh, dang it. I already took a bite. If I like found one of these creators that didn't mind eating one bite after me.
No. So we sit there and we're enjoying our food and we kind of watch. And as the line starts getting shorter,
then I start feeling real bad.
Cassie, I kind of look at her and she's like, are there enough? And there look like, and here's the other thing. When we were at the front of the line, like 50, I don't know how many of each. Apparently there wasn't 75 of each.
Well, but here's the thing.
But they look like a big pile.
Several of us took 3. Most of everybody took 2. And then Brandy realized, and she said, hey, there was some miscommunication. Like, the people that brought the food, they just, while they were talking, they just brought it and left. So, like, they didn't tell Brandy, like, this is how much or whatever. And so Brandy's like, there was some miscommunication, so if you guys will only take one side so everybody gets one. And I'm like, yep, I got 3 over here.
So anyway, we had a good laugh about it.
Yeah.
And
everyone was, the weird thing was there was extra sandwiches. So like Brandy told people, if you want 2 sandwiches or some cookies, some muffins, whatever's left, help yourself. Nobody was mad that I know of. But like Dutch said on his...
somebody at the end of that line can comment on this video, and Cassie will mail you a can of Bush's baked beans.
Yeah.
If you missed out. She'll make it right.
Yeah. But on Dutch's live, like he said, if the only thing that went bad over the weekend was I ate all the side dishes, then that's a pretty successful day.
Yeah, no, we got a good laugh about it. And you guys, please don't go over. Actually, do go over to Keeping It Dutch and say Cassie can have all the sides that she wants. No, go over and tell Keeping It Dutch, good job and putting on and organizing, especially
more than Keeping It Dutch.
No, especially
Brandy.
So Brandy is the brains behind the operation over there.
Yeah,
if you guys didn't know that already.
She keeps everything afloat. Dutch just is the pretty face, I guess. I don't know.
Is that what he's good for?
I don't know.
Anyway. No, so they had a great event. As you guys know, a first-time event, there's a lot of opportunity for kinks and stuff. You don't know about the event center and the hotel. Obviously, you guys saw our last video where we had a great hotel room. It had a massage chair in it. The event center was really nice.
Yeah, I helped work the registration table on Friday, getting people checked in, and smooth selling. Really no hiccups other than a shirt fell down behind the table, and then we were like, oh no, we don't have this person's shirt. And then I happened to look behind the table and I found it. So it was really good.
Yes, super well organized. Ran like a well-oiled machine. So good job, guys. To those who put it on, great speakers. They did awesome, and it was a great day.
Yeah.
So as far as catching up with the walkers, what have we been up to? We have been back to school. Cassie and the kids have been going back to school now for a couple weeks.
Yep.
And you're doing better with your health?
Yes.
Much better, I would say, because I haven't had to take her to the emergency room lately. And now that she recognizes and can kind of tell what's going on, then she can help avoid anything like that again. Hopefully, it's manageable.
Yeah. Every now and then I feel weird and things, but I realize I'm not dying of like a heart attack or something. So I'm able to breathe, talk myself through it, and it really doesn't get that bad. I've noticed that I have been doing this for a while. I always thought I needed to eat and drink something. I think I said that. But if I'm doing something and I start feeling weird, I stop doing whatever I'm doing. So far that's worked. And at the conference, I kind of sit towards the back just in case I needed to get up and move. But it was a good day.
Yeah, and we are going to finish up with any other testing the doctor recommended.
Yeah, I have a CT scan coming up.
Heart
this
doctor.
Week. They still, the cardiologist hadn't called me. Maybe I got to do the CT scan then
the cardiologist. But we're continuing with that. So I know a lot of you guys have asked questions about how Cassie's been doing better. Also coming up this weekend is the Cherokee National Holiday. Labor Day weekend is always the holiday. We always take the kids down there to connect with their culture a little more.
Down in Tahlequah.
Down to Tahlequah, where the headquarters and the Cherokee Nation is located. So we are going to try to get down there Saturday morning to do the 5K run. So if any of you guys are runners and you're down there, look for Ranger and I. We'll be
sleeping.
running. Cassie and Mazzy and Ransom will be sleeping, but you will be coming up to meet us later, right?
Yes, for the parade.
Yeah, so we'll be down there. If you guys are in town, swing by and say hi. And then I'm going to try to take the boys camping this weekend.
Ransom's really been wanting to go camping.
So I've got this. Here's what I want to try, okay? Campfire.
Uh-oh.
I want to try the peppered wag bar. All right, so the peppered wag bar is a little bit spicy for Cassie. I can eat it.
I have to eat it, take a bite, do some things, take another bite.
Teriyaki is her favorite.
I can just down those.
But I want to try this cut up with some eggs. So I want to try that for breakfast. So I'm going to try to take the boys camping. Try the wag bar. If you guys are interested in wag bar, our code is Walker10 for 10% off. It's still good.
Always down in the description.
Yeah, it's always down in the description. You guys can get some wag bars for yourself.
But remember, it's like a meat bar. It's not like regular jerky.
No, but I do. It's more like a steak.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking steak and eggs for camping breakfast. What do you think?
I might just come camping with you.
You should come camping with us.
If you can get some teriyaki ones, I'm there.
I'll have to see if they can get them here by then. No, so that's what we've got going on though, as far as coming up here on Catching Up with the Walkers. We'll try to video some of that for you guys, and that way we can share a little bit with you. So as far as prayer requests go, there have been multiple prayer requests left down in the comments the last couple of weeks. So if you guys would remember to read through those, we do appreciate that so much. And I know our last prayer request was for the police officers and just a lot of different things going on around the state.
Yeah, and I read an update earlier that Josh over at Bodart Kiko found out that he has stage 4 cancer. So there's still a spot the size of half a grape, I believe it said. So they're working with some doctors to try to figure out what to do to remove that. And he's doing treatment and all that. So that's a big toll on your body. Lots of worry and stress and things. So just be praying to calm him and Audra's fears and to give the medical doctors wisdom and what they should do. And my prayer is when they go in, it's just completely gone and there's nothing even to remove.
Yes, we know that the God we serve is powerful and is still in the business of miracles. So please continue praying for Josh and his family. They will appreciate that so much. And on the bright side, they did hit 15,000 subscribers.
They did.
So they are going to be giving away a Kiko goat.
Yes.
And that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys for the ones from our channel that went over there. We thank you so much for that. And hopefully that encouraged him to keep making videos and keep going as well.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. We've told you about a couple different channels in the last couple of weeks, and you guys have been amazing to go over and support them. That just truly makes us happy and truly appreciative when we see you going over and subscribing to our friends.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for that, and we hope that you have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you next time.
Love you guys.